So I'm back with another video and I hope you're all doing great. And today I came to talk about tips on how to do better on tests and how to study to do the best that you can on every test. So we all know that cramming is really not good for studying and for doing well. So you'll want to reserve at least like a week prior to the test for you to study and to make a plan on what you're going to do every single day leading up to the test so that you can succeed and do the best that you can. So let's say you have 5 days to study, and on each of those days you're going to have 30-minute study sessions with 5-minute breaks in between so that you don't get overwhelmed by having to study a lot and for a long time, but you also don't procrastinate because you'll have like an hour break. So you won't end up like, oh, it's fine, just 5 minutes more. No, you'll have 5 minutes on the clock and just to get a snack or water or anything, and then you're going to go back to study for 30 more minutes. Okay, so on the first day, you are going to make a list of all the important topics that were covered leading up to the test. And then you're going to go to the textbook and read all the assigned chapters, or at least if you think you're going to get too bored and it's not going to be effective for you, at least try to read all the summary parts and the review sections of the textbook and see any keywords that you might have to focus a little bit more on, or some broader sections that you have to skim through at least. But if you go over the summary section, you can see if you have a grasp on that, on those topics. Then you're going to try to, after you read through, you're going to try to recite everything out loud until you can talk about it without having to read it off the textbook. When you're done with that, you're going to try to teach whatever you learned to someone else to see how much you actually understand. Because if you can teach it, you probably have a great understanding of the subject. And that's it. That's all you're going to do for the first day. After that, on the second day, you will start with the note-taking process. And I can make a video explaining and teaching you guys some effective note-taking methods that you can implement in your study so that you can be more productive. But in this video, I'm just going to say that effective note-taking and just writing down, or at least typing things from lectures or from readings, will really improve your grades and your scores on tests, because you can retain more knowledge that way, and you, after writing it down, it's better to understand it, and you'll see that it makes a huge difference. So first you're going to do that. You're going to make notes on the textbook sessions that you read the day before, and after you're done taking notes from the textbook, you're going to go over the lecture slides and highlight all the important information and see what the professor talked more about and what she or he spent the most time on, because that will most likely be on the test. Then after you're done with the lecture slides and going over what the professor said, you're going to take notes on that. That's why the second day is the busiest one of them all, because you're going to have to be taking notes all day. After you're done with the note-taking process, you're done for the day. Second day is over. Now we're on to the third day. The third day, you're just going to review the notes that you made the day before. You're going to review all your notes, and then you're going to find or make practice questions. If you're going to make them, try to see what the professor talked more about, because that's most likely going to be on the test, and you can make some practice questions based on that. You can find some on past exams or past tests or anything. Even in the textbook, there are some great questions there. My professors usually make a bunch of questions and put them on the slides, which makes my life a lot easier. But if your professor doesn't do that, it's okay. There are many other ways to find these practice questions. And you're gonna put all of these questions into a document, and you're gonna make it as if it was an actual test. You're gonna print it out, and you're gonna set up your study area as if you were taking the actual test. Since everything is online now, it's gonna be very similar to what's gonna happen on the day of the test. Put the paper in front of you with a pencil and an eraser, and just also time it. Make sure you put the timer on. Put as however long you have on the test. That's the amount of time you're going to have now to do the practice questions. After you're done with the practice questions, see what you got wrong and what you got right, but don't redo anything yet. That's it. You're just going to mark them right or wrong. Go to sleep. Now we're on to the 4th day. The 4th day, you will go over these questions that you got wrong. The questions you got right, you already know that. That all of that was on there, you already know. After you review the test, you will go back to the textbook and go over the sections that you have to work more on, which is the questions that you got wrong on these practice tests. And after you review all of that, you redo the questions that you got wrong. After you redo that, you're done for the day. The 4th day is over, and you most likely know everything by now. So on the 5th day, you're just gonna review everything you did for the past 4 days. So you're gonna go on the textbook, read summary sections again, but you're not gonna read it. You're just gonna skim through it because you already read it before, so you already know most of it. Skim through it, review sections, all of that. Go over the highlighted sections of your slides, and review your notes, of course, and then review the practice test. After that, you're done. Now it's the night before the test, and what you're going to do is get a good night's sleep. I can make a video explaining and giving you guys some tips on how to sleep better before a test, but for now, just try to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep because it has been proven to improve productivity, even creativity, anything that will help you out, try to do it. So go to sleep earlier, and on the day of the test, also wake up earlier so you have time and you don't have to rush to do anything, and you're not like, oh my god, I need to do the test right now and I still have to get breakfast or anything. So wake up earlier, get everything out of the way, get a good breakfast. Make sure there's water wherever you are taking the test, a water bottle or a glass of water, anything, a snack, so that you're okay for the whole duration of the test. And try to be ready and in front of your computer if it's online, of course. If it's in class, all of that is already a given. So try to be, if it's online, try to be ready like 30 minutes before the test so that you're not stressed. Because I know you're going to be stressed before a test, but also remember that it's not the end of the world if you fail that test, because you're going to have a great method of learning if you fail. You're going to learn from your mistakes and you're going to improve for the next time. So try not to stress too much about failing the test. Just remember that you gave it your best and you studied for the past week all about this, and you know everything that's going to be asked on the test. So be calm, because if you're stressed, we've all been through it, you're going to blank out and you're going to forget valuable information that you spent a lot of time trying to study and remember. So make sure to be calm. At least try your best to be calm. And that's it. That's all I wanted to cover today, and I hope these tips are helpful for you and that you get a great mark on your test. And good luck, everyone. Please subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram, TikTok. I'm going to list it all over here. And that's it. Bye.